understand? Do you understand? Do you understand?
I understand.
Welcome to Soft Launch, episode 31.
31, like my baby.
And let me just tell you guys something right off the bat. I know everybody's wondering, and I know a lot of people doubted me, but Samantha and I, we fucked right after we filmed episode number 30. Right after, immediately after, and it was spectacular.
Spectacular.
Some of our best work, and the margaritas I had just enough to put me in a really.
I mean, there really is a thin line.
Oh yeah, between having a sip of alcohol and my penis not working. Very thin line.
Yeah.
And we traversed it perfectly.
We did.
I was excited. I was happy to be there. I feel like I did great.
Yeah.
What were your emotions on it?
I mean, you really...
Doesn't matter, because I had a great time and it was about me. No, it was good though. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been in a little fucking groove lately.
We've been in a little bit of a groove because I don't have a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my baby supported me, so I just got to put out.
Yeah, the only job you got to be on is the blow jobs.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, if we had a couple marks, maybe a rib job. And that's just how we live our lives. We have fun, nothing's too serious. We're just having a good time.
a great time.
But welcome to the Soft Launch
Yes.
Podcast. I am JC Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
And we're the Softies, just
Yes.
telling you about our sex lives and other stuff as well.
Against my will.
Yeah, the funny thing about being in a relationship with somebody you do a podcast with is that like we can discuss what we want to talk about beforehand and what we don't really care to talk about.
Yeah.
And then once we start recording, I don't have to adhere to any of that.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just have to deal with it.
Is that true?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
But,
Yeah. You see what he means? Is he just says things on this podcast and he's not
100%.
telling the truth.
No, because it doesn't have to be, because I don't have to deal with the repercussions of what I say for another hour.
Yeah.
Until we stop recording.
But I'm like a mom where I'm like, we'll talk about this after. And we do.
We'll talk about it when we get home.
Yeah, as soon as I press the button, like, bye. I'm like, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, Samantha will be happy and like, I will forget that she wants to talk about something.
And I don't.
If it
I
happens
take
on
it
the
and I
pod.
go,
Yeah,
put it there.
Samantha can't read so well, but she remembers everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, and just don't be confused. Don't be confused. She will remember that comment that I just made.
Oh, we'll talk about it after.
We've already,
It's already been stored.
It's already been discussed.
Yeah.
And I've already apologized. But that's just how we're living. It's
just
episode.
what it is.
It's just what it is. This is episode 31. We're having a great time.
Yeah.
We've had a great weekend. We can't wait to tell you all about it. And we will in our first segment.
One thing about we.
And one thing about us. We had what I feel is the best soft launch live show.
Oh my God, ever.
100%. Because this was our what, 7th? It might have been our 7th.
We started in June.
We did June, July,
August.
Not October, but we did November.
September. No.
Oh,
June,
shit.
July, August, September, November,
January.
So
this is our sixth show. This is our sixth show, and
counting that just had us in an absolute chokehold.
One thing about the way that I make fun of you,
suffering.
I tell you how much you can't read, but I don't know
like,
what month comes after the next.
July.
Yeah.
We just couldn't do it.
Yeah. I had a moment there.
Yeah. That
That's
was
how
bad.
you know.
I think I had a stroke.
Yeah, we've been spending too much time together because Samantha's not working and I'm working from home, and now I'm a little dumber. And I'm letting it rub off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I'm just really coming in hot.
Yeah.
But it's because we had.
fine. I'll remember it later.
Yeah. You know what it is? I think I behave the worst after I've been sexually satisfied. And I'm just super satisfied, and I feel like, you know what? What do I have to lose? I've already been drained. I'm playing for nothing now.
Oh my God.
Just your emotions?
Yeah.
Oh no. Who gives a shit? I care.
Yeah,
but not as much as I do when I'm super horned up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Shout out to JC's dad watching this.
Dad, if you get to this part in the podcast, just feel free to send us or go and comment a couple demon emojis, because that's the time your son is on when he just wants to just satisfy his woman.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's
just want you to be satisfied. I don't know. When I feel like I've done a good job, I just feel like there's nothing left to be done.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm being a good person almost all the time, and I love to listen to you and talk to you, and we have so much fun together.
Yeah,
and when
that gets exhausting.
yeah, it does. And then when I check that sexual box, I'm just like, oh, I'm the best, and nothing else needs to be worked on.
Yeah.
And that's when I am my worst.
Yeah.
And that's just who
It's
I
just
am.
what it is.
That's just who
but
I
what
am.
was not the worst was our soft launch show.
What an incredible show.
What
that
a
was.
great show. What a great turnout. We
Great
were like
turnout.
10 tickets shy of sold out.
Yep, and we were selling tickets like a week and a half before the show even
that was
happened.
it was incredible. Such a good time. Everybody at the show was so down. It was just oh my God. I
It was
loved
wonderful. If you're listening because you found us at that show,
Yeah.
shout out to you. We love you. We had a fucking blast with you. And also shout out to our big homies, Alex and Nyla, for coming
Yes.
through. And they had the team on their back because when we got up there, we were feeling ourselves. We had sold like 40 tickets
Yeah.
without really
Promoting
promoting
it,
too
yeah.
hard. So we thought everybody was going to be there from our podcast.
Yeah.
And the first thing we did when we got up on stage, who's heard of our podcast?
Silence.
Nope. Damn it. No.
It's coming.
Hold on. Shit. That button
The
does
bird
not.
chirping?
Yeah. No. God damn it.
All right. Well, there it is. Who listened to our podcast? Yeah,
And
like, why
then-
don't people listen to our podcast? We just press a bunch of buttons.
Fuck, I'm sorry. But yeah, we asked, and then nobody said anything. But at that fateful moment,
Yeah.
Alex and Nyla walked in, and they were like, "Woo!" We're like,
Yeah.
and we got to be like, "Thank God."
Thank God. Yeah.
But we had a blast. It was so much fun.
It was such a good time. It was really great. I really enjoyed it. It's getting more fun. And so if you're listening and you haven't been to our show, fuck you.
Yeah,
Buy a
fuck you.
ticket.
But you have an opportunity
No.
because February 10th,
Yes.
we are doing our soft launch Valentine's Day show because we can't do it on Valentine's Day because we're actually going to be celebrating Valentine's
Yeah.
Day because we have a life, unlike a lot of other comics who'll be working on that night because they can't get love.
Yeah, make no mistake, we did a show last year on February 14th.
And it was the worst show of our career. And we won't be doing it again. But the people that will be working, they are funny, but they are sad and lonely. Shout out to it's just what it is. That's my fucking guy, but he's sad.
He's a sad boy. He posted about it.
Yeah, and
He said he was heartbroken on his story.
Yeah, but it's still cryptic. So if you're listening to this podcast and you're invested in that part of my life and you can read lips, shoot your shot. Now's your time. He's never been more vulnerable.
Yeah. Literally, ladies, shoot your shot.
Yeah.
He will fuck you.
He will. He is sad and he has mommy issues.
Yeah. It's kind of perfect.
Yeah. So if you've been finding yourself getting curved by I got something special in store. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody who came to the soft launch live
really
show.
fun.
Shout out to all the comics that killed this. Shout out Laura
Yes.
Soger. Shout out Stefan Hightower, our fucking guy. Matt Aravalo came through, dropped in. Gus Constantelis, the fucking monster.
A monster.
So funny. I love watching
And then
him work.
Ayana Duke, you're supposed to be on it, but she got booked in DC, which we
Yeah,
understand. And then our girl Eva Evans dropped
Yeah, shout
in
out to
and killed it.
Mad fun. We had so much fun. We have so many clips from that show.
Yeah.
We haven't even gone through them yet, but we had our camera set up. We had a lot of fun questions
Yes.
from some of you guys who listen. Shout out to Maria Maverick who dropped some
Yes.
questions for us that we discussed at the show that we'll also discuss on the pod. Just had a great interactive turnout. We had so much fun and we can't wait for
Oh
the
my
next
God, we
one.
really can't wait.
We had a blast.
Yeah.
And that was just the highlight of a busy weekend of shows.
It was.
What else did we do this weekend? We
Not
did.
that I don't got a job.
Yeah, well, but on shows, not a busy weekend of work because you can't relate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool because we have been spending
Time.
every waking moment with each
Yeah.
other. And you know what's crazy? We had maybe a 25-minute conversation that like about life and love and romance
Right before this.
we filmed the pod.
Literally sitting in these chairs, waiting for a camera to
Yeah,
to
and we didn't
charge.
even think about recording it.
No.
That's pretty good. That would have been a good like Patreon episode.
That would, it was deep.
Yeah.
Speaking of Patreon,
Let them know.
your girl has no job, but doesn't mean I'm not on the clock. You know
She's
what
got
I'm
no job, but
You
she's still
understand?
working. You understand?
You understand?
Yeah.
And I created a Patreon page for us. It has not. I will. Yes.
Hell
thank
yeah,
you.
baby. Come
Thank
on
you.
now.
By the time this episode goes up, the page will be published because right now I just have like the draft of what our page is going to look like. And you could join for $5 a month, and you'll get like behind the scenes. We'll record different things. We'll do Patreon episodes.
We'll do Patreon episodes like the conversation that we just had.
Yeah.
No more of those will happen off camera. You will be privy to all of those great deep conversations
Yes.
that we have. And also for you guys, you probably already experienced a couple bleeps in this episode.
Yeah,
when
we're
you
gonna
sign
put
up for the Patreon,
uncensored.
uncensored, unedited.
Yeah, but just gotta know that
unfiltered.
you're not gonna go to these people and tell them that we're talking shit.
No, because if
we
you
gotta
pay,
have a bond.
yeah, if you pay $5,
When you pay the $5, there is a contract.
there's
in
a
there.
contract there that you're signing up and paying to support two fucking working comics in the city who are gonna be messy.
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna
it's for
name
fun.
names. We're gonna shit on people we work with regularly.
Yeah.
We're gonna say things that can genuinely endanger
careers.
our status in the scene. But we want you guys to know them because they are funny to say.
They are funny to say.
And regardless of how ridiculous they are, they're all true. Okay? So we're never going to lie. And when
Yeah.
you're on the Patreon, you're just going to know everything that happens in the scene. You're going to get a bird's eye view, and we're going to tell you directly.
We're just gonna tell you directly. We
Yeah.
just really can't ruin this for us.
Yeah, we can't ruin this.
Don't make me regret it.
Yeah, so you sign up for that $5 a month, light, easy,
Yeah.
cheesy, breezy. We'll shout you out on every episode. You can fucking literally tell us what to talk about,
And we will do it.
And we will
'Cause
do
we
it.
We are indebted to you.
Yeah, because you are making our dreams come true.
Yeah, literally.
So we got that Patreon. It will be live. What is the Patreon link going to be?
It is going to be patreon.com/soft launch.
/ how easy is that?
So easy.
And then you can be a super softie.
Yep.
Because you're a softie if you listen to this, but if you
Yes.
pay for the Patreon, you're a super softie.
super softie.
And you're living your softest life. And you're living it with us.
With us, and
You
we
know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that.
And yeah, that's just what it's going to be.
just
We're
what it
very
is.
happy to launch that. And yeah, this weekend was a really fun, hopefully somewhat indicator of what our life will grow to be.
Yes.
Because on Friday, Samantha and I, we did our first road gig together,
Yeah,
technically.
yeah.
Well, no, we did Stanford.
We did Stanford, but this time we were in a car with our other friends.
Yeah, we took a
shout
road
out
trip.
Jimmy Pontilli,
Jimmy
James
Pontilli
Pontillo,
and big fucking
Gio,
the Dominican
Perez.
zombie Gio Perez. Shout out to all my Gators if you're listening.
Yes.
Go fucking tell Gio that he did a great job in Connecticut, even though it's not true.
It's not true.
Yeah, but to be fair,
No,
none of us really.
But he was the weakest link.
And
yeah.
goodbye. no, Gio did great.
Shout out to Gio.
Shout out Gio, that's our fucking guy. Honestly, the show was fun. Shout out Damian Speranza for booking us.
Yes.
We did a show out in Norwalk, Connecticut.
Norwalk, Connecticut. I was super nervous when we walked in because
Yeah.
it was just like middle-aged white people.
Middle-aged is a very polite term. These
They were
motherfuckers
old.
were old. This was
Yeah.
their last stop.
Yeah.
They were never more offended than when Samantha did her dementia joke.
Yeah, no, that literally.
Yeah, because Samantha has a great joke about dementia, and when it didn't land the way she wanted to, she was like, "Oh, I understand. A lot of people aren't laughing because they're early onset."
Yeah, because it was like the room was split. There were people like right in front of me that were young.
Yeah, they were
and
having
then
fun.
this whole right side was old people, and I
Old
mean
as
they
rocks.
didn't laugh at all. It's probably because they forgot the first part
They
of the
forgot
joke.
the setup. And it's oh, I'm sorry to the early onset.
Yeah, I was like, this must be early onset over here. It was
Hysterical.
ridiculous, but it ended up being an amazing show.
Yeah,
There
a lot
was a
of fun.
comic we didn't know that went first, and he fucking sucked.
Oh my fucking God. I'm going to do
I've almost
work.
never seen worse.
I'm going to do work to find out who this comic is because I can't remember his name. That's how
Oh,
bad
I
he
feel
was.
bad.
He's a really nice
a
guy.
really nice
but
guy.
he was awful. He was
But yeah.
horrendous. And
Pick another career. It's not going to work out for you.
yeah, guys,
Yeah,
if you
he doesn't have the thing that Tony Dobbs has. It's
Oh.
not. You're not being carried.
Oh, no.
You
Tony-
can't. Nobody. You're not flipping burgers.
You're not the greatest to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? But this guy, not only was he not the greatest, really nice guy, he was horrendous. One of the
Yeah,
worst
really,
comics
one
I've
of the
ever seen in my
worst. Oh
life.
my God.
And if you sign up for the Patreon, the first video that I will post is when I find this guy's name. I will say it and encourage you to go to his page and just watch.
No, we
Just
will
watch.
not do that.
Don't say anything and don't say that we sent you. But he is awful, and it does need to be marveled. Yeah, it was
Just
really
a guy went on stage. He's a white guy. Went on stage and just be like, "You white motherfuckers," and I was like, "I'm lost."
Yeah,
and then he's like, "Yeah, I started doing comedy around black people."
Dog.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, that doesn't make you black."
It was just, and he's a really nice guy, but it was just a bad act.
It was so, and every time he'd be like, "Well, you know, white people." I'm like, "Yeah,
and
you do." That's
me,
you.
Samantha, Gio, and James
Yeah.
are all in the back. Like, who's gonna tell him?
Yeah, who's gonna tell him that he's a white guy?
He is the whitest.
The whitest guy. He had like blue eyes and light hair.
Bruh, it was insane
so
to watch.
insane.
It was wild to watch, and it was really bad, really uncomfortable. But then Jimmy got up, slapped it up. Samantha got up, slapped it up.
Yeah.
I got up, slapped it up. And Gio got up, brought it home.
Yeah.
You know?
Gio went up and mid. No, I'm just kidding. Just
Yo, we
kidding.
gotta stop being mean
No,
to
no.
Gio.
I loved
And start being honest. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. He's a good guy, and he did really well. And it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. We had a great time. Shout
Oh
out
my
to
God! It
Norwalk,
took us like an
Connecticut.
hour and a half to there and back, and just what a Friday! I mean, just an hour and a half of shit talking the way
Oh.
up, an hour and a half of shit talking on the way back, and
Yeah.
we're on a night.
Oh my God, it was. There's.
I mean, I felt invigorated.
Yeah, because guys, what you don't understand is, I'm sure you have a job if you're listening, because you're not like Samantha. You have a job, you have coworkers, you have people at the job that you and your coworkers hate, and when they're not there, Do you know how good it feels to talk shit about them?
Yeah.
I remember when I used to be a teacher, there was nothing better about getting with a teacher who I had an understanding with and talking shit about the kids.
children.
You know what I'm saying?
You should. You have to.
And it feels good. And then doing it with other comedians just hits different because we're all being professionally funny about it.
And then it's really fun when your feelings about somebody are validated because someone else is like, oh my God, thank you.
And that's also one of the best things about dating Samantha, and hopefully for Samantha dating me. Like, we can deeply talk shit about people we don't like, and like
good.
we don't have to. We're not just explaining this bitch at work. You know this bitch at work.
I know this bitch at work.
You work with her too, so like it gets really deep. Really, like we really get to wishing evil upon people. And when I say we, I mean me.
Yeah, that's
turn
not,
that W upside down, and that's for me because I will wish death, and I have no problem doing it.
Baby, enough. Anyway,
I'm not saying it's all right, but I think it's okay.
I think, I love that we get to do that, and I love that we get to record it and just talk shit about people for other people.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
It's just a lot of fun.
Also on the Patreon, next time we take that long road trip, I will record the conversation in the car without the knowledge of the other comics in it, and I'll upload that as well.
Well, we can't make those promises, but
I can make that promise because I don't respect anybody that I'm working with in that capacity. So sign up for the Patreon, and I will put those conversations up when I have them.
Yeah. No, you won't, because I'll be doing the work on the Patreon.
Yeah, just overpromise, underdeliver. That's my whole thing.
Your whole
that's
thing.
my whole thing. And that's how I live my life. You understand? And that's just.
But really fun show. It was a lot of fun. Like, even when we were leaving, like getting out of the car, Gio was getting out of the car too. He's like, man, that was really fun.
Yeah. The show was cool, but the hang was all time.
was
all time.
It was so much fun. We got free food.
Yeah, we did.
Make no mistake, me and JC did not take advantage
of.
We were like, you know what? We'll just have the calamari. We'll have the calamari.
That's how you know we're a couple New York kids, because there's no way I'm getting meat from a station grilling bar in Norwalk, Connecticut. There's just no way it's happening.
Yeah, well, one thing, we got seafood.
We did. We got seafood, and it was fine.
It was fine.
And then a comic next to us ordered the fucking prime rib.
Yeah, I feel like I would definitely. It was a nice place.
Yeah, from a place. It was fine. I was nervous.
One thing would be, are you kidding? I love a place like that.
Yeah,
oh my God. I would get a fucking lobster there. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit.
We shipped it all the way from Maine.
I think normally.
It's probably closer to Maine.
No, Connecticut has waterfront. It's waterfront.
What?
Yeah, they're on the Long Island Sound.
Dog, I'm gonna be real. And this is crazy because I should be better educated. I genuinely don't know the difference between Pennsylvania and Connecticut.
I mean, me either. But
I don't know what the shapes are.
Oh. What are you talking about? Who does?
They were. I think they're in the same place. I don't know.
I think Connecticut's north, but it could be south. I don't know where it is, and I don't care. I wasn't driving.
Dog, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, shout out to James Pontillo, who cleaned his windows 76 times on the way up and 86 times on the way back.
Yeah, make absolutely no error when you listen. James Pontillo, hilarious comic.
Yeah, get tested. You're autistic.
You are as autistic as claims to be.
No.
You should be way more upset about the rise of autism in comedy, which nobody's upset about.
He's the only comic not claiming autism.
And he is aggressively.
No. When I met him, he made a joke that he was autistic. And he's like, no, I'm not. And I was like, no, of course you are.
Yeah.
I've never met anybody that is that is more autistic than James.
Yeah. And it's
not even a joke. He's absolutely an autistic
It's a spectrum. It's not a disease. But if autism was cancer, he has stage 4. And that's just the truth of the situation. Very funny kid.
Yeah.
He was obsessively washing his windows.
And it was also
not a speckle of rain in sight.
It was 15 degrees, and he kept putting water on the windows. And I'm like, if this guy doesn't stop doing that,
I'm like, if it ends up snowing or raining, he's gonna run out of windshield wiper fluid, and we're gonna fucking die.
Yeah, make no mistake, James spends $350 on windshield wiper fluid every month.
Yeah, we gave him gas money, and he's gonna use it on windshield wiper.
I'm watching him. We were on like 23rd Street. On the FDR Drive, and he had already cleaned his windows like 15 times. And I'm like, is anyone else seeing this?
And then this is how you know Samantha's a little bit on the spectrum. Because I noticed it immediately, and I was like, oh, James, this is what he does.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Then Samantha noticed it. She started tapping me. She's like, look, he did it. And I was like, yeah, I've seen it. And then every time he did it, she would tap me again. And she started getting excited, counting every time he did it.
This guy's crazy.
I'm like, oh, this is just autism feeding autism. Everybody's a fucking retard in this car.
Yeah. And I'm like, every 3.2 seconds.
And she started tapping me. I'm like, baby, I know, I see. And she was so excited about it.
It was insanity. It
was crazy. It was crazy.
But it was for me. It was like something that like it was like a private thing that I was having. When we were getting back in the car to leave, I was like, I can't wait to see the first time he watches his windows. It was amazing.
Yeah, we had a fucking blast. We had a blast on that whole fucking show, whole road trip, mad fun in Connecticut. And I'm going back to Stamford, the Connecticut area.
Yeah.
I'll be back there on the 2nd of February, opening for the King of the World, Max Manikoff.
Yes.
So catch me there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you can.
If you can. And that was our weekend. We had the Connecticut show Friday, soft launch 5 p.m. Saturday, and then just the busiest day of our career. Honestly,
Yeah.
have you had a 5-spot
No, I had a
day?
5-spotter.
Well, the busiest day of the year then, for sure.
Yeah. Busiest day of the year. I had a 4-spotter on Saturday. He had a 6-spotter. Busiest day of your career.
Yeah, busiest day of my career.
And all of them happened.
Yeah, all of them happened, and they were all good.
Yeah.
Every show was good. It didn't have a bad show. I had one mid-show, but I had one mid-set, but the show wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But I love being booked and busy.
Oh my God, it was so much fun. And for me,
fucking love
mine
it.
were all great. All were great. They were the last one was good, not great, but it was a midnight crowd, so they were wasted.
Yeah.
But I had a good time with them. So yeah, I was like, when I got off stage at the last one, I was like, wow, all of them.
How did you feel like, because I know you like to manage your comedy workload more than me personally. Me, I will front load my schedule as hard as possible and figure it the fuck out, because I love to be rushing. I love to be stressed in that way. Like,
I hate it.
Like, you know how when you watch The Bear, it feels anxious?
Yeah.
Or like Uncut Gems, you feel anxious. I don't like that feeling when I'm watching something, but I do like that feeling when
I hate
in
it.
comedy. I love it.
I felt good about it because, they were in 4 different places, but they were well spread out. So like the stand was at 5 and I didn't have anything until 10:40. So I ended up coming home, relaxing.
You never had to rush anywhere.
Going to New York Comedy Club at 10:40, I did because the fucking trains and buses weren't working. So I had to end up taking an Uber. But honestly, it was totally fine. And I took a bus back. Like everything was fine.
Yeah.
The most stress I had was getting from the midnight at New York Comedy Club on 4th Street to the midnight at the Pear. And I got there at 12:33 at the Pear and I didn't go up until 1 something. Yeah. So it was like, it was fine.
It all worked out.
It all worked out and I loved it. I enjoy, I can do a day like that, but when they're like back to back, I hate that shit.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love running out of a show to another one. So my day was, we had the 5 o'clock at the stand. Then I had a little break. We ate, we chilled. And then I had an 8 at Greenwich. I had an 8 at the Pear. And I was on the 8 o'clock at New York Comedy Club East 4th. And I could have picked up another one.
Yeah,
but I couldn't
make
fit
it work.
because they wanted me to do Gramercy as well. But I fucking love it. I opened up the Greenwich show, had a great set, great crowd. Then immediately ran right next door to the Pear where I was going second. So as I got in, it was like right on time. Ran into the Pear, right on time, did my set there, and then took a e-bike to East 4th.
And it was like 12 degrees.
It was freezing, but I was like, I was adrenaline.
I gave JC my gloves.
Yeah, I was like, I got places to be, and I was so excited because I feel like at this point in my career, like I have to be starting to look at the road on the weekends, and I'm wanting to do that. But if I'm gonna be in the city,
you want to be booked.
I want to be booked.
Yeah,
nothing makes me feel worse than being completely down on a Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. It doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
Unless it's a chosen day.
Of course, unless we're like, we're keeping ourselves free for a party or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But when I have a sixer, I'm like, fuck, let's go.
Yeah, it does feel really good. I could tell for me after 4, when I was on stage at the Pear, I was stumbling over my words. Like I didn't have much left.
Yeah.
If I had a 5th spot, it was not going to be good.
Because, even though it's comedy and it's fun, it is work and you're working.
It's so much energy you're putting on the stage and we only have an allotted amount for the day.
Yeah.
So like, if you can, I'm putting it all out there.
Yeah.
And like, it's
especially when you have like 2 at New York, big hot club, like hot shows, like you want to give.
Yeah. And then soft launch too, like that's a whole different muscle.
Yep.
Because we're getting questions on the spot and we're just coming up. We have nothing.
That's
like
true. We are working hard.
It's not planned,
and we're doing time in between.
We're doing time in between each comic, so it's a lot of energy.
Yeah, that was like 20 plus minutes of joint stage time. In that show for us.
So it's a lot, but I enjoyed it. I felt really good, and it felt like I felt like we earned yesterday because yesterday.
Yeah. Oh man. One thing about the Sunday, because right now it's Monday.
Yeah.
We usually try to record on Sunday so we can edit Monday and then have the clip Tuesday and then let it all out Wednesday. But we had probably the laziest day
ever. I don't think my ass left the couch
in our relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only time your ass left the couch.
I knew it.
You know.
I knew it.
When it got moved to the bed and taken care of.
Okay.
Dad, send another demon.
Yeah,
your son is in 2024 crushing it.
Yeah, just you could tell I don't have a drink in me because I'm like very embarrassed.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, Sunday, dog, we woke because my last show of the night on Saturday, Samantha had a midnight spot. You closed the pair out. So
I closed the pair out.
We probably finished up around within 15 minutes. The last show, the only thing that really took it out of me, the last show of 6 that I did on the day, I had to host a midnight at Greenwich, which I love Greenwich. I love working there. I don't love hosting there.
Yeah.
But I did, and it was a lot of fun. Great show, great crowd.
Make no
Everybody
mistake,
was good.
JC just hosted for 15 beans.
Yeah, I know, dog. I know. I love working Greenwich, great rooms, but I can't host there.
Yeah.
It's just they don't pay me enough.
Yeah.
And if you're a comic and you're listening to this, if you want to book me as a host and you're not talking $150, don't even fucking.
Yeah, don't even bother.
Don't even bother because you're gonna disrespect me.
Yeah.
You know, cause that's my rate. If it's not New York or the Stand or a major comedy club. And it's not $150. There's no chance.
Yeah, unless you're
fucking Derek Drescher, who fucking, god damn it, Derek just fucking. Just
fine.
Pigeonholed me into hosting at Old Man. Well, they don't even host anymore. They don't even have hosts, but whatever. I love Derek. So
Yeah.
But yeah,
$150 unless you're Greenwich and take the zero off. 15.
for real. It's just tough. It's a great club to work, but it is what it is.
No, it's what it is.
And I hosted there, and it was so funny because I'm hosting, and even the manager's like, "Who did you piss off? Why are you hosting the show?" And then like a lot of comics, it was a great lineup too. Julio Diaz was on it, Jared Waters was on it. So I had fun. It was a great lineup. And then Julio's like, "You're hosting?" I'm like, "I don't want to talk about it." But it was mad fun, and but hosting more than anything takes it out because you're working so hard. If you want it to be good, a lot of hosts don't. And salute to the hosts that mail it in. I'm gonna start doing that at small places.
Yeah, but it's also like why people book you as a host because you make a good show.
Yeah, and I made a great show, and it was a lot of fun. But I was fucking exhausted. We didn't get home until
we got home mad late because we were
like
talking
2:15 because we walked to the bus.
But we also we walked. But we also were hanging out. We were with comics for a while hanging out. So I feel like we didn't get home till like 2:30.
We didn't get home till 2:30. We didn't get in bed till like 3:30.
Yeah.
We didn't wake up until like 1:30 the next day. We didn't fucking walk our dog until 4 o'clock, and I actually feel terrible. I might have to bleep that out. I feel so bad.
No, she was fine because we walked her late. We walked her like 4.
So we walked her late. We didn't fucking do anything until like 5.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do the pod, and we could not be bothered.
I couldn't be bothered.
Couldn't be bothered. And then one thing about us in the height of our nothingness, we just started a new show at 10:30. And watch 3 episodes.
2:30 in the morning.
Like some fucking degenerates. Because
and,
we can't. If we start it, we're gonna want to finish it.
Yeah. It's a really good show. God. Traitors.
Yeah,
it's a really good show.
It's funny because I asked all my friends for like big recommendations of like Emmy-winning shows, and then we just watched another reality show.
It's an Emmy. Is it
Emmy nominated?
It was Emmy nominated.
Oh, wonderful! That's great. I'm gonna tell them about it. I'm actually excited.
Yeah,
but yeah, Traitors on
really
Peacock.
great.
Oh my god, so good.
Oh my god, it's like a murder mystery.
Yeah, it's like a murder mystery game combined with Among Us and celebrities and money.
Yeah,
and
it's really great.
It's very immersive. I love it.
It's so good.
Alan Cumming, the guy.
Alan Cumming.
Oh my god, needs an award.
Yeah, he's so great. I think he might have had one.
He's so good. But yeah, Traitors. We're not even going to talk
really
about
good.
it until we catch up. Probably next week we might start doing recaps.
Really great.
Incredible
Shout out to
show.
David, my best friend, for putting me on to the show. He's been telling me about it since the first season, and I was like, I don't get that.
Yeah. The thing about David that I love is that he's so smart. He gives good recommendations, and he's fucking hot. Hell yeah.
He is hot. This is gonna be his favorite part of the podcast. He loves when I shout him out.
Shout out to my dog David.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we started that show. We didn't get to bed yesterday until like fucking 3 a.m.
Yeah, I know.
We woke up at 11 today.
I know, it's bad.
But
we're doing the pod.
We're doing the pod.
And this is the first time we're doing the pod with the sun out.
Yeah, in a long time.
In a very long time. When we used to film on Saturdays, we would do it during the day.
Yeah.
But we couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
Because we're booked and busy.
We were booked and busy, and it really puts it in perspective because, like I was saying, like when you do 4 shows in a night, it's a lot. But you also got to build up you have to build up comedy stamina.
Yeah.
The same way, like if I go on and I do an hour, it's going to be hard for me right now because I haven't done an hour yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the longer you do it, you get more conditioned, just like working out. So you're not used to running around and doing that many spots. So you're going to be fucking exhausted.
Yeah, we were so tired.
So I feel like I had more energy this time than I did last year when I did it.
Yeah.
But it was also fucking the dead of summer, hot as shit.
Yeah.
And those shows, 3 of those shows fucking sucked.
Yeah.
They were at the shop, and it was tough at that time. You know, that's just true. I love the shop. I'm working there now, but I felt better, and I can't wait for more of those nights. And I got to embrace Jared Waters at the end of the night, and he was hyped for me because he knew I was hyped about it. He was like, "Look at us, man!" And he picked me up and he hugged me, and
and then he went on my Instagram and saw that I did 4 spots, and then he wrote me a message.
He like,
he's the best.
Jared Waters. I don't know if y'all listen to this podcast, you probably should know him. If you don't, go check him out, Mr. Waters on Instagram. He is literally my big inspiration in the New York comedy
He's the
scene.
best. He's helped every comic. He put me on my first show.
Yep, he's such a big part of you and I story.
Yeah. He's the best and also one of the funniest people ever.
Yeah,
we talk shit about a lot of people, and you will never hear a negative thing about Jared Waters come out of my mouth.
Just because there's nothing negative.
There's nothing negative to say
he's
at all.
He's funny. He's charming. He's great off stage. He's just the best.
Yeah,
the best person in comedy. And every time I fucking work, I'm like, oh, I want to be like Jared. I see Jared, and Jared had 6 spots, and I had 6 spots, and that was the first. I was like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, it's the best. He's the best. It's the best.
So we had ourselves a fucking weekend.
We had ourselves a weekend, but now I feel like I want to get messy.
Yeah, say it. I don't even know what do you want to talk about?
You know.
Oh, let it out, cuz. Yeah. You got to bring it up because that's in our contract.
Yeah.
I can't bring it up because then I'll get stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked about our weekend, but during the week last week, I was feeling, I was in such a great mood. I'm like, I don't got a fucking job. I was going to like film videos, do these things.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm on my phone. I'm scrolling as I do before I film videos.
Yeah.
And I'm scrolling through my phone and I get a notification on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I click it, and I had posted something that was getting some retweets from like your friends and stuff. So I got something.
Posting the fact that we were in Time Out, featured in Time Out.
I posted that we were featured in Time Out magazine, and I was just excited. I was feeling mushy, and I was like, we really get to live our dreams together.
Yeah.
Which live out our dreams like every day. It's awesome. So I posted that, and then like his friends were retweeting it, or just interacting with that. So. One of his friend Gabe followed me on Twitter.
Shout out Gabe.
So then after, I think it was before or after, I don't remember, but I got another notification that somebody followed me, and I was like, oh. So I clicked their page, and it says that he follows her, and I was like, oh, cool. And just thinking that somebody's supporting the thing, and then I like look at her name, and I'm like, oh,
that's familiar.
That's different. I think I know who this is.
Yeah.
And then I scroll down, and it's like her latest tweet or
yeah. Tell them who it was.
Oh, yeah. So it's a girl who JC lost his virginity to, right? And I'm like, that's weird, but whatever. Like at that point, when I figured out it was her, I was like, oh, she's just being like, she watches our pod, like, or she's just being support. Like I just didn't think anything.
Yeah.
Then I go to her most recent tweet was on January 10th, which was the day that we released the clip talking about our virginities. Yeah. And she was like, "Oh, and I bet you remembered it to a T, huh?" And like put eyes or whatever. Yeah. And then I was like, no.
Yeah, she's talking about the fact that I referenced the age that I was when I lost my virginity.
And she has no sense of self because I'm making fun of your story. Yeah. And she's just like, bet you. It's like, bitch, what?
It's also the first time I've ever gotten laid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember it.
Yeah.
To a T, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. It has nothing to do with you. That's not a you thing.
That's not a flex. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's like everybody does.
Yeah, you're gonna want to remember the first time you fuck somebody. It's gonna be a memory that she's
acting like it's because she put it down so good. Yeah. It's like, babe, do you think that his best was a 17-year-old?
Yeah. You know this, and this is gonna sound fucked up. I'm probably gonna have to cut this out.
Oh no. Anyway.
Patreon, $5 a month.
No, that will actually not even make the Patreon.
Oh, that will definitely.
Anyway.
But yeah, you're going to want, the first time you have sex with somebody, it's a very big moment. You're going to remember it. I'm not remembering like, damn, man, this is the one that got away. I wish I was still having sex with the first person I ever had sex with now. And like, she was like flexing, like, yeah, I bet you remember it. Yeah, because I'm a human.
Yeah. Like everybody, that so has nothing to do with you. That's nothing to do with everybody's story. Everybody remembers.
It was also fucking 24 years ago. Yeah. Literally.
Not 24.
It's not 24. 14. Matt.
Yeah, I was like, how old would you be?
I'm getting stupid.
Yeah, you are.
I'm getting very stupid.
You are. We are definitely spending too much time together.
But I do love you.
Rubbing off.
I do love you, and it's a fair trade-off. I'd rather be dumb.
But yeah, 14 so I saw ago. That, and then I was filled with immediate rage.
Yeah. She was provoked to anger.
I was, provoked to anger.
And when Samantha's feeling angry and I'm not there in the room with her and she's expressing it through text messages, it is not easy to deal with for me.
Oh, I thought I did an amazing job.
You did, but
I was like, I'm pissed off. And I was like, no, it has nothing to do with you.
I know,
you had no control over this.
Yes.
But I want to slit her throat.
I know. And I just felt bad because I'm like, I feel like I could help more if I was there.
Yeah.
But I'm just hearing that you're upset and now I'm far and I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
Then I'm like, why the fuck would this bitch follow me?
Yeah.
Then I go back and the notification vanished. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, that was an accident. Yeah. She was looking
through your page, creeping, and then she accidentally
accidentally followed me. So I immediately
Yeah.
texted David and I was like, I'm going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
I was so
It is-
enraged. Like, are you crazy?
I'll say it's loser behavior.
You're a weirdo.
Dog.
You're the biggest loser ever because one thing about you have a kid and a husband.
Bro, I don't even know she's married. I'm almost 100% positive she has a child.
Yeah, it's like you're a fucking loser.
And if you're still with the father of that child,
yeah,
this is cheating. I don't give a fuck. I would be incensed.
No,
if I saw you being shady to not even your ex or the ex before that or the ex before that.
Yeah.
The person who fucks you for the first time being shady to their new partner, I would kill you.
It's
Motherfuckers die for shit like that.
I read it and I was like, oh my God, this is like some small town shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, she probably, I don't know anything about her, but what I have now decided is she never left Valley Stream. She's a fucking loser. And she's like, oh my God, I took the virginity of this guy who's gonna be something. So now I'm gonna fucking tweet about it because it's the only thing that I have in my life is that I fucked this guy who's gonna be a celebrity.
Which is crazy
And it's
because you have a child.
Yeah, but
Tweet about that.
Yeah, but do you think she's happy? Do you know what I mean? No one that's happy is tweeting that. That's such a crazy thing. And I was like, oh, this bitch is a small town stupid bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, and you're gonna get punched by a big city bitch.
Yeah.
Like, don't you ever, that I was like, imagine she shows up at a show, I'll punch a bitch in the face. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But
And I won't stop it.
days have passed, I wouldn't punch her. But I would definitely make jokes about her on stage.
I wouldn't
You're a
punch her.
fucking loser. You just paid me to come see me.
Yeah, I wouldn't punch her, but I would definitely make mean, scary faces at her kid. I'm definitely making the kid cry.
Yeah. Hey, kid, come here. Santa Claus isn't real, you piece of shit. Go tell your mother that. You understand?
Your mother's a whore. I fucked up. No, that was crazy. That's probably got to go. But, you know, come on, man. That's so weird. And, like, for me, the reason why I was annoyed is because I wasn't there. And, like, I don't know what you're going through. I know you trust me, but I'm like, this bitch is such a non-factor.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. And I'm not checking on her. I don't know what she's doing. I don't follow her on Instagram. I didn't even realize that I was following her on Twitter or that she was active there.
Yeah, good fucking story.
Yeah, you see, and that's what pissed me off. I'm like, how is this happening 14 years later?
It was
Oh my
insanity.
God. She was messy as a high schooler, but we were in high school.
Yeah, but some people don't grow.
I mean,
clearly,
we're over 30.
It's giving she peaked at that time and she's like, see, you know, and it's like, babe, none of that matters.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, you think you're the best he's ever had? He's fucked strippers. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Not even me. But like, what are we talking about? Did she think she put it down on you so good at 17 years old that you're sitting here still like, wow, I can't believe. You know what I mean? Are you kidding me?
I forgot I told you that. And unfortunately, I don't know if we can leave that in.
Fortunately, we're going to leave it in.
And it's just left in.
Yeah, because we can talk about another story if you want to. Another time I was pissed off.
Baby.
We can.
Baby.
Are we being messy? Are we being messy?
Oh.
Okay. Then we're leaving it in.
Maybe for the Patreezy.
Okay.
Patreon, patreon.com/soft launch. Also / I'm sorry, Samantha, for everything that's happened in our relationship that I'm not the best at. And we'll talk about that one on the Patreon one day. But oh, baby, I love you.
Yeah.
And you are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just what it is.
Just what it
and that's
is.
the only and if you keep bringing up the past, I'm gonna have to discipline you. You understand? You gotta understand me. But yeah,
That's also something that we have just picked up during this week, spending time together. We just keep telling each other,
you understand? Yeah, so that's gonna be our new thing. We're gonna try really hard to move away from what is a loose History Hyenas impression.
Yeah.
Because if you're listening to this podcast, it's no secret that Samantha and I.
It's not an impression more than it is that they are so great that they have influenced
Yeah,
us.
they've influenced us. We watched their pod together. We love Chris Stefano and Giannis Pappas, and like it's flattery. We love it, and it's like when you pick up, like when we watched like Love on the Spectrum Australia. We started talking in Australian accent.
Yeah,
but not.
I thought you were gonna say we started talking like we were slow, and I was like, don't tell anybody that.
We do, but you didn't have to say it. I also didn't have to say Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah,
I could have said Love Island.
That's what I thought you were going to use Love on the Spectrum. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, well, because Love on the Spectrum is what we share. because we're in love, and make no mistake, we're fucking idiots. And not to say that people on the spectrum are. We're just losing it. We're losing it, and we're losing all the sponsorships.
Guys, we're back. Brief break.
But yeah, man. So we say that to say we love that podcast, and it comes out sometimes because it's a thing that we share so deeply together that it influences the way we speak. But we are aware, and we're not trying to copy them.
No,
or we're not trying to take their whole thing, even though they should have never fucking stopped.
They should never stopped.
And that's their fault.
That's not
and
us.
if we pick it up and run with it because they're not fucking using it, we shouldn't be villains.
No, yeah.
But we do love
They were
them.
great, not because of that, not because of the way
That
the
cadence,
infliction
they're
of their
fucking
voice.
hysterical
It's because they're
comics. Yeah.
hysterical.
Yeah.
And also, we know Giannis personally. We love him. He's
Yeah,
a great
we
guy.
do. Great guy.
He's always. We meet a lot of bigger comics that are just dickheads.
Yeah, not Giannis.
And Giannis will come and sit in the green room with us and literally just hang out.
Yeah, hold court, man. He loves
literally,
it. He loves
he's
it.
great. He's so good.
Yeah, he's great to watch, and he's great to hang.
Giannis honestly gave me the courage to continue because I posted once that I watched the History of Hyenas.
Yep.
He reposted me and I was like, hey, thank you. I was like, you're such an inspiration. And he looked at my page, saw my sketches during the pandemic, and was like, you got to keep going. You're really funny. And I was like, great.
And Giannis
That's all I needed. That shit made me the happiest person. I think that I couldn't get over it.
Yeah, Giannis Pappas is one of the people that, like, if you, like, at our stage in our career, sometimes we got a bad run of shows, not because we're bad, but, whatever it is. Like, I had a rough run of shows at the beginning of the year. Giannis Pappas is one of those people that if he watches any part of your set and tells you, oh, this was good, or good set, or good job, that's something that you take and helps you move forward. Because it's like, when you're early in comedy, we're not getting paid all the time.
No.
We're not always on the best shows, but a compliment from a comic you respect that is successful, that's touched what you want to touch in his game, it means a lot. And Giannis Pappas is one of those people that's very forthcoming.
Very,
with those
very.
words.
I love him. He's
so
great.
Shout out Giannis Pappas. And honestly, I feel like it's nice to get compared to them because I think we are the best version of anybody that's ever been influenced by them. And that's just me talking shit as confidence. And there's a lot of great comics. But like the fact that we get that so often is because we're fucking funny.
Yeah.
And we're doing it justice. We're not just doing bullshit or stealing jokes and shit like that, So
Agreed.
fucking shout out to them. But we are trying to move past it. And the biggest staple in that is gonna be, you understand?
Yeah.
That's our thing. That's not our thing. That's Samantha's thing.
That's my thing. It's basically my mom and my grandmother mashed up and then made ridiculous.
Your grandmother used to say that?
Oh my grandma talk like this. So and she'd be like, she would say something like, don't do that, you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah,
So,
that's literally what she would say.
I love it. Samantha, my favorite thing about Samantha, or one of my favorite things about Samantha, I feel like I've usually been the coolest person out of like people that I've spent time with in a romantic capacity. And like they would pick things up for me because I have a very specific way of talking. But our dynamic, I feel like I pick everything up from you. Like they got memes of like girls when they start dancing or dressing and talking like the guy that they're dating. I feel like it's the opposite with you. I started having nicer hair products and I started being zestier, and your things are so funny to me, and I just love to pick them up and act like they're mine. So you are a very cool person.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, and you have a fat ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yesterday I really got in there.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just what it is. And
We're going to move on to our next segment.
Oh no, but I think to put a bow on and lead into the next, put a bow on that weird shit that happened with the fucking girl. We got a submission from Maria Maverick.
Yes.
Where she was like, "Oh, do you guys keep tabs on exes, or what are your thoughts on your partner keeping tabs or contact with their exes?" And I think that's going to be a good lead in, because we got a bunch of those types of confessions and submissions, and we're going to use this to transition into them.
To our next segment.
That's what they saying, right? Where you guys can submit us questions in our Google link and things that you want us to talk about, or respond when we put up the Instagram prompt, because we always do that. And Maria Maverick responded. She was like, how do you feel about your partner keeping tabs or open contact with any of their exes?
Yeah.
And I don't love the idea of my partner being in contact with any of their exes. Tabs, I also don't love.
Yeah.
But in this case, which transitions perfectly from our last story, I'll check every once in a while just to make sure they're doing bad. Not because I'm like, oh, I wonder how they're doing. Oh, I hope everything's fine. Or I haven't heard from this person in a while. It's like, let's see if they're doing bad. Let's see if I'm up.
Yeah.
And I don't check, but if I do, that's the motivation behind it.
Yeah.
So like with the girl that took my virginity, I don't check up on her regularly, but I knew she had a kid. I'm like, this bitch is a loser. I won. Done. Never got to check on her again. And I never did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I've checked up on anybody from I literally don't care.
That's because you're well, it's like what we talked about last week. When you checked out, you checked the fuck out.
I checked the fuck out.
You
I
checked the
just
fuck out.
Never cared.
You got a chance to be over it to their face.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
literally, well, one of my exes it has like a popular page. So like sometimes his stuff will pop up for me, but that's, and then I immediately hide. And for some reason, TikTok doesn't agree in a hide.
I don't ever check on your ex, but his stuff always pops up.
Yeah.
And then I just check his numbers. I'm like, fuck, he's crushing it. Not to say that the content.
If only they knew he used the N-word.
Well,
not a joke.
He's Italian from New York City. If they don't know by now, they don't want to know.
Yeah.
It's just how life is. But yeah, I don't seek it. But if I see it, if it comes up, I'm like, well, time to check how bad you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I know I know I'm up. I just want to know by how many. I feel like I'm winning, but I can't see the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And that's the only form of communication or tabs on any past partner that I condone or keep. And you don't even have to do that, but like if you did, that would be like, I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, I know like last year, probably this time last year when a lot of my ex's content was popping up for you on Instagram, not for me.
Not on Instagram. Never on Instagram.
On TikTok.
On TikTok.
And then maybe one time on Twitter, whatever the fuck. But it never popped up for me, but when you see it, I was like, all right, but is the content? I didn't want to ask you because it was a sensitive time. But I'm like, I want to know. I'm like, is it good? Is it slapping? Is she crushing? Because that's I'm gonna be upset. I'm not gonna be like, damn, I want her back a little bit, but I'm gonna be pissed if she's doing well because I don't want that.
But yeah, he would do that. And I'm like, no, don't worry. She's filming herself in grocery stores.
Yeah, just you know how fucking down bad you got to be a fucking watered down Drew Walls.
Literally.
Come on, cuz.
No. Well, the worst part about seeing the content is that it would be content that had 4 likes on it. I'm like, why are you choosing me?
Yeah.
Why are you choosing me to see this?
Yeah.
You didn't choose anybody to see this.
You're not even offended you're not even mad that you're seeing content from somebody I used to date.
No.
You're mad that TikTok thinks you like garbage.
Yeah, I'm like, I've never liked a get ready with, or not, that's not even a get ready with me. It's like a day in the life or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to see you, picking
Crucially,
up
nobody
chicken.
Cares, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see you.
No one's picking up chicken in Trader Joe's unless you're picking me up a pack.
Yeah, or explaining what you do. It's just so
I don't want. So I was just like, I'd be like, why am I seeing this? It's so weird. But then,
that time in life was funny in retrospect because it was really annoying for Samantha, and I had to I wanted to support her and be there, but I was just happy to hear her content stuff. Because I would never check on my own, but I was really, it was hard to hide how fucking, I'm like, she's a loser, who cares? Why are you so, who cares the fuck, this is great. And I couldn't really celebrate it.
Yeah. But I don't see her stuff anymore because I have her hidden.
Yeah, man, shit, me too.
I was like, I don't want to, not even that either. I feel any type of, I don't care. I don't want to see her shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Unobjectively. I don't like to see this type of content anyway. And then I'm not crazy about the person posting it.
Yeah.
Fuck that. But yeah, so tabs, we should, if we're going to keep tabs on exes, let's keep tabs on each other's exes. And I'll bring a report back like, hey, he got fired again.
Yeah, we have a quarterly report.
Yeah, this motherfucker got no bitches. Shit is lit.
This guy's down. He's down 45,000 followers.
Yeah,
something like that.
And then if something goes viral, it'll be like, you're going to want to take a seat for this.
Yeah. Good news and bad news. What do you want first?
I don't know how to tell you this, but we got to step it up. We got to ramp up that History Hyenas impression because the kid is crushing it right now. And we're getting left in the dust.
Yeah. Like, get dressed. We got to go to the grocery store and film ourselves picking up a couple of tomatoes.
What we got to do is we got to fucking call Sienna Huber Ross to be a guest. It's the only way. But yeah, if it's going bad, it's lit though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I believe about exes. That's what their role is, just a benchmark to see how much better you're doing.
Yeah. I've never been somebody that's like keeps in touch. Like I know so many people who spin the block with exes, and it's like I don't want to be a stranger in the same room as you.
Yeah.
If you're my ex. So I don't want to be friends. I don't care how you're doing.
Yeah.
And not in a, I hope you're doing, see for me is I don't hope you're doing bad.
No.
I literally don't care.
Yeah. That's better though. That's better to be like
do what
that.
you want to do. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like ugh. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't as long as you're not with me, I don't care.
Yeah. And that's smart. That's healed. That's how you should be. for me, I don't put energy into them doing bad, but if I hear about them, I definitely want them to be doing bad.
What? Yeah.
Like I don't.
When I hear one of my exes is fat, I kind of like.
Oh, it's best.
And I'm like,
best.
oh yeah. Did he fall off after me?
It's funny.
Surprise, surprise.
It's funny because that's actually hysterical. It's funny because for you, maybe for women, it's like, oh, they like to see the ex getting fat, and for us, it's like, oh, they had a kid, washed. You're never gonna get followers now.
That's so.
You're gonna all the guys who was liking your butt cheek pics, they're gone, big fella.
Yeah.
If you pop that kid out.
Do you think so? Does that happen?
I don't know. I don't follow any of those bitches, so I don't know. But I'm sure. I'll ask I have a friend. I'll ask my friend Andrew Velez. We call him the Candy Man.
Why?
Because he has a lot of graham candy. A lot of sweeties on his timeline.
Yeah.
So we call him the Candy Man, and I'll ask him what he do when one of them has a kid.
Okay, yeah,
because it makes sense to unfollow them, but if you're playing the long game.
Oh no, it's
you got to double down. Yeah, you
like,
double down. God. Cute kid, stepfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that guy will fuck up.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, my brother probably. Same as your friend. Is your friend my brother?
Just a couple IHOPs.
Yeah.
Just a couple pancake flippers. That's what we're calling them. Stepdads are pancake flippers now.
Oh, we got more?
Yeah, we got a couple more. We got a great one from my dog, Peter James Fowler, who definitely submitted this ironically, but that is my favorite thing about him. Peter James Fowler asked, should a man do chores if he's hitting it right? And I don't know how to explicitly answer that question, but it's been a week and I haven't washed any dishes. So y'all do the math.
That's usually JC's job.
Yeah.
Just because I don't have one.
Yeah. And
I gotta do it.
Yeah. And I know the reason why you're doing more things around the house because you're here, number one, because you haven't been here because you've been working. You're here, number one. And that's the reason. But what I'm going with is because I'm fucking putting it down, Dad. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm learning.
Yeah, I will say if you are hitting it right, a woman will do more for you.
Yeah,
I think if you're happy, not just hitting it right, but if a woman's happy, you know, like I like serve you food.
Yeah,
I know that's crazy.
You know what's funny?
I would never do. I'm not that bitch.
Yeah, that's how you know. Either like for me in my last relationship, now thinking about it, either wasn't hitting it right or she wasn't happy because she would be like, "Why don't you fix my car?" And that was like a big problem in our relationship. I'm not coming. You're not making money, and my car is on the fritz. And I'm like, well, why are any of those three things my problem?
That's so funny.
So to answer the question, no, a man should not be doing. If you're doing the right thing, you should be hitting it while she's doing the chores. Yeah. Hit it while she's fucking making those ramen noodles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you ever? I don't know. I do feel when my biggest chore mood, and this is kind of sad. I like to help around the house but nothing motivates me to do chores more than like a little disagreement between the two of us.
Yeah.
And I gotta stop that.
Yeah, or when you know I'm having a bad day.
Yeah.
I come home and then like the candles are lit.
Dishes are washed.
Apartment has picked up.
Yeah. And I gotta stop looking at doing those things as a response and more as a way to create happiness instead of response to sadness.
Yeah.
And I'm still willing to do, but that's definitely a thing that I'm trying to unlearn and shit. But no, guys, if you're hitting it right, you shouldn't be doing anything. Yeah. But fucking hitting it. You shouldn't even be working. That's why Samantha doesn't work because she's hitting it right.
Putting it down.
Yeah, she doesn't have to work because she fucking busts it open. And it fucking
I'm sucking a lot of dick. Oh my God.
With so much skill, honestly, you're so good at it.
Okay.
All right. Next one. Let's see. We got another one from somebody who's submitted a lot, but wants to remain anonymous. And we'll shout this person out on another episode. Yeah. But we see you and we appreciate you. And
we
if you're
definitely
listening
appreciate
to this, you're the fucking best. All right. Let's see. When people move on quick after a long-term relationship or situationship, how do you feel about that? Has that ever happened to you?
Somebody moved on quick? Or if someone moved on quick for me? Mm-hmm. No, that's crazy. No, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So, my last relationship, he was like in a new relationship. He's been, since we've broken, now at this point, we've been broken up for so long, but he's been in like 3 different relationships.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's got to make you feel good though, no?
No, yeah, because I'm like, oh, he just, you know, it's 2 or 3.
He's leeching. He's latching on his
Yeah, he can't, he doesn't know how to do anything on his own. Yeah. And, which is why I stood with him for so long, because I knew he was not capable, and I felt bad.
How did you feel after when you saw the first one though? Because now you know he's been in 3, that the problem is him. But after the first one, how did you feel?
Oh, I didn't care.
You didn't care.
I remember he posted and people sent it to me because she looked like she was 18. She looked super young, and I remember Isabel, my niece, sending it to me. She's like, "Why is she my age?"
Yeah.
And then like Gail saw him out, and she was like, "Samantha, he's dating a kid."
Yeah.
And then I was like, I bless. I don't care. That, and then I just didn't care after. I just it's very funny though. On my old podcast, Secret Sunday, I got a question from somebody who went on a couple dates with him.
Really?
And she was like, I went on a couple dates with him. It didn't end up working out, but like I was stalking him and I found out you were his ex-girlfriend. I went to your page and your content is great. I love you. And like just started following me because my shit was so good.
That's so funny.
And she was like, yeah. She's like, so I'm putting in this thing. And I was like, that is hysterical.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. She went on a couple dates and then just stalked him and found me and was like, oh, toodaloo to him,
Dog.
which is really women supporting women.
That is the epitome of women supporting women.
It was so funny.
That story should be on a flyer. That shit should be at the forefront of every feminist movement because that's how it should be.
Yeah, you shouldn't hate. I don't hate any of your exes except for the one that fucking followed me. And I don't hate anyone my exes have been with.
Yeah,
I'm always like,
it's always that part.
I'm always like, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, you don't know.
Like I kind of want to look at you and be like, run.
Yeah. Do you think that anybody from my past looks at you like that?
Looks at me like what?
Like, oh, you don't know yet, run.
I'm sure.
Yeah?
I'm sure your last ex probably thinks that she, because you were in her defense,
way different place.
in a totally different place.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, I think she probably is like, oh, if she's probably looking at you like, yeah, I'm sure this girl's so happy with you. But I think at this point we've been together longer than you were with her, so it doesn't even matter. So but I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just
People, and that's something they have to do for themselves.
Yeah, for sure. For me, and I respect you, and that's a very healed answer. You don't be moving on faster than me.
Really?
Don't. Who do you think you are? What power dynamic do you think existed in this relationship? Do you think you're moving on before I do?
You know the difference.
Are you outside of your mind?
You could tell who's done the breaking up and who's been broken up with.
Yeah. You can tell who's fucking been ready to go and who's been blindsided. And when I say blindsided, I mean willfully ignorant, not paying attention to the signs. Oh man, nah. Because now when we break up, when you break up with me, we're not just moving on.
Now we're in competition.
We are in a dead heat. Now you're not my ex, you're my rival.
Yeah, 100%.
You're not my ex, you're my nemesis.
Yeah.
And now it's a challenge from this moment on.
Yeah.
Who's gonna do better in life? So if you think for 1 second you're moving on before I'm ready to move on emotionally, you got another thing coming.
Yeah. You're like, one thing about me, I don't miss. And this is, I'm going to win this one.
Yeah, this is not about healing. This is about winning.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose.
Yeah, you're like in the heat of battle.
In the heat of battle, I don't miss.
Yeah.
In the heat of controversy, I don't miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so
I guess I could see that. Like if someone breaks up with you and you're like, me? Why are you breaking up with me?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, now watch.
So, I mean, in my life, a girl that I stopped talking to in college that like wanted more, but like I wasn't emotionally ready. I saw her.
Shocker.
Yeah. I saw her on Instagram months later and she was with a guy and I was like, what? Already? And I was pissed. I wasn't pissed, like gonna hit her up, but I was like, fuck, man, that's pretty fast. And I was sad about it. And then I checked who the guy was and she went back to her ex and I was like, oh, that's fine.
Oh, that feels better?
That feels better. You're not going to go out in the world and find somebody better. New? No. You can't go forward. There's no forward to go. You got to go back. You got to go back. Backtrack. You got to backslide.
That's funny.
You backslide after me. You don't fucking fast forward. Get the fuck out of here. What do you think you're going to find out there?
That's so funny.
Yeah. So that I'm like, if I haven't seen, I've seen people move on and been like happy for them because I've moved on quicker.
Yeah.
And then I can be genuinely happy because now I feel like I've won. But if you move on before I feel like you're ready, but you go backwards, I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's just a little ego shit.
Oh, I've never.
Yeah. Well, it's because you, like we said in the last episode,
I was mourning those relationships while I was.
Yeah, you processed the fact that you weren't happy and you wanted to go before it ended. Where, like, not that I was playing catch up and I had to become unhappy, but I had to get to my realization that, oh, no, this wasn't going to work at all.
Yeah.
And almost be, like, now I'm at the point in my life where I'm grateful for getting done because you know, you're just acknowledging the fact that it wasn't working before I acknowledged it. I wasn't acknowledging it. And in that I can be like, thank you for doing that. But like, you got to get there.
Yeah.
And I was just late there, but it was true. So yeah, you've just been there first. You've been the one who was there first.
I've been there first. And also, crucially, I think what was big for, well, not big, but every time an ex of mine had moved on, they were still very much in trying to contact me every single time.
Oh, that's crazy.
My last ex, one time, I had to meet with him because he still had something of mine.
Yeah.
And we were broken up for like over a year at this point. We were not talking and everything, and I had to like meet him to get something. He's like, "Oh, I have a funny story for you," and I was like, I literally was just like, humor me, and he's like, I had a girlfriend, and we just broke up because I called her your name a couple times. And then he's hysterical laughing. And I was like, that's pathetic. That's so sad.
For the life of me, and I don't know, I don't think I'm built different. I don't think I was raised a certain way with an understanding. I don't understand putting yourself in the mud to impress a past partner.
Because I'm like, I would never.
You are embarrassing yourself. You're giving the person the knowledge of the power they have over you.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I'm also just like, stand up, bro. Like, I have told you for now, at this point, it might have been a year and a half, 2 years. I don't even know.
Christ.
But it was a long time. Definitely over a year. And he's telling me that. I'm like, I have been so clear that it's never going to be you.
Oh my God.
I've said it nicely. I've said it mean. I've said it every way I can.
Yeah.
And now a year later, we haven't talked. And you are telling me that, and like, I don't know what you thought my thing was. I was gonna be like, of course, and I was like, bro, that's crazy.
You're just showing me that you haven't changed. Yeah,
I'm looking at you like, I'm like, I barely remember your name, and you were calling another girl my name. It's
embarrassing.
Yeah,
it's embarrassing because like when you get dumped, I understand a person dumping you having a little bit of a hold on your, not a hold, but like an effect on your emotional state. Yeah, I get that, but to communicate that power to that person is actually, it's like you're working so hard against yourself. Yeah. That's crazy to me.
I just can't imagine. That was nuts.
Yeah, that's nuts. I can't, that's fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
You know what else?
Then my other ex is married. He still hit me up, so it doesn't matter.
That's crazy. But he's different because he's a great rapper.
Yeah, he's Dominican. So it's in his blood.
It's in his blood, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of pathetic, you know who's fucking pathetic? The guys in the comment of our last clip. Oh my God. Guys,
and the one girl.
Oh, did she say
There's
something?
one girl that commented today. Yeah. No, she's a lesbian. I'm like, so a woman's done you wrong.
Worse.
I'm like, so you just didn't catch on. You're clearly you're the man in the relationship.
Clearly you're the one who wears the flannels.
Yeah, because I was like, people are just, guys are like, don't you think communicating that you were unhappy? It's like, you're an idiot. Because of course we've communicated.
Dog.
All women do is communicate. That's what men say. Like, blah, they don't want to hear. All you want to do is talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trying to communicate what I'm feeling. And you got broken up with and you felt blindsided because you're a fucking idiot. Yeah. And that's not on us. And also, like, if you're coming to someone's comments on clearly a comedy.
Yeah, it's obviously a joke.
It's obviously a joke. We're laughing.
We're having a blast.
And you're coming there to be like, actually, and writing a fucking thesis.
Go to therapy.
You're a loser. Now we all know why the girl broke up with you.
Matter of fact,
stink.
To be real, skip past therapy. There's not always accessible. Kill yourself.
Oh my God. No, but write in our comments first because we need it for the algorithm.
Yeah, no, facts. Write your suicide note there.
Yeah.
No, but that shit is always so funny to me because they see me laughing, but the context is I've been that guy. Yeah. And guys, you gotta be humble, dude. Yeah. Sometimes you get dumped. Sometimes you thought it was going fine and it's not.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you're acting like things are fine and they're not. Sometimes a person, doesn't want to be with you. And it takes them time to voice that because they're trying to figure out how to say it or gather the strength to leave. And sometimes you're not the best person on the planet, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've been that guy. You gotta get over it and get over yourself.
Yeah.
You think you've been done wrong? No, man. You guys were unhappy.
No, and it must be for
she did you a favor as well.
Are seeing them comment on this thing, they're probably like, "What? This guy hasn't learned a fucking thing."
Yo, facts, bro.
I guarantee you, there's somebody who read a comment of a guy wrote and was like, "Motherfucker, I had so many conversations with you about this. You just are like, oh, you haven't changed at all.
Yeah,
you would rather go to comments and that are." Majority one way, people being like, women do this, women always talk about how they're feeling, you just don't listen.
Facts though.
And you see all that and you're like, I'm gonna come. No, and I'm not saying every situation is the same. Maybe someone was blindsided, but if that's the case, who cares? Move on. And
if you were blindsided, then that wasn't what we're talking about.
That's not what we're talking about.
Because I mean, I can be honest, right? In my relationship, we had a conversation about 4 to 6 months before we really broke up. stating all the reasons why she eventually broke up with me.
Yeah.
Right? So she told me 4 months ahead of time that that's what she was feeling. I felt like in those 4 months, I was taking steps to address those things.
Yeah.
She felt like it wasn't enough. Period. End of story. That's why we're not together. That's why she broke up, and amongst crucially that we weren't happy.
Yeah.
But I can't act like she didn't voice those things.
Of course.
And usually almost every person that you're in a long-term relationship with is going to give you a chance before they leave you.
100%.
It's not a short stick. It's not a fucking short straw.
And it's also be like,
You're
well,
gonna
why
get
would
a
you
chance.
stay if you were checked out? And it's like, well, because people, for me, it's like I never wanted to make a rash decision. So
Yeah.
it's like, yes, I'm checked out, but is this, can I come back from this?
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you're sitting there like the whole time like this feels great. It feels awful. Nobody wants to be checked out of a
Of course,
relationship.
man. And it's like if you're getting like if your partner didn't explicitly state this is what's bothering me, what
Yeah.
I need to change, you know, that's not ideal, but if you can't feel that there's something wrong, that's a sign
That's
too.
a sign, too, that
That's a sign
you're-
that you probably weren't happy in that relationship
Exactly.
or things weren't going right. If you felt that blindsided, then you still like you might not be the problem, but you have a problem.
Yeah.
And it's because it's not like this person, unless you're dating a sociopath, which
crazy.
is probably not the case. But you know, motherfucker, dudes is sensitive.
Yeah.
You're so butthurt that you got broke up with. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
man.
Can't
Get
imagine
over
being so
yourself.
down bad that I'm commenting on a comedy podcast.
Facts.
Seriously.
Pussy.
Okay, so
You
we
wanna
got,
do the
yes,
next
we'll
one?
do another one.
Yeah, man. And again, guys, just a reminder, we do have a link open in our page at all times, a Google form where you can submit a confession or a topic that you want us to talk about. It's completely anonymous. We do it at our show and we do it here on the podcast.
Okay, so we got one that said, first of all, I love y'all. Thank you. We love you too. Second of all, love my man, but I get so jealous when I think of the women he's been with in the past. Like Sam says, it's not the sexual part that bothers me. It's the thought of him loving someone before me and doing little cute things for another hoe. I know it's crazy, but it's my red flag. Do you ever feel that way? I know you don't, because you only think about people fucking me.
No, for like, I understand how that can be a problem in relationships. For Samantha and I, we're lucky in that we were both virgins when we met. I'm the only man she's ever been with. I'm the only man that's ever made her come. You know, I'm the only one who can do it.
Absolutely.
And you can be healed or you can be Puerto Rican. And lucky for us, we share that together. Amongst other things, amongst Samantha's Italianness and my Cubanosity,
Yes.
we're Italian, we're Puerto Rican, and we can just be a little fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because if I hear you reminisce about another guy, I'll fucking kill you both. It's just how I am.
I think that's very, first of all, I think it's very funny. It's like, I love my man, but I just think that's so.
I love my man, but I'm a crazy broad.
Yeah. That's like, I'm like, I feel like we should be friends. I think it's just really funny. Yeah. I guess I don't really think about that. I'm not just call me insane, but I'm like, you never loved anybody. That's how I feel, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's just I don't know. I don't really put a lot of effort into that thought. But I will say that I'm, as a 36-year-old woman, it's actually very important for me that you had a past.
Yeah.
Because one thing I wasn't going to have to do was just make you a man and then you go off to be that man for somebody else. Because been there, done that, not going to do it.
Yeah, you put your time in.
I put my time in, and I
did
needed
the
somebody that had, I actually shout out to your ex for doing the good work, for doing the Lord's work. You came, no assembly required.
You know what's
what I
crazy?
mean? No, I didn't have to pay for extra accessories. I mean, he came fully assembled.
You know what's crazy? She made the resume that got me the job that paid for our dates. What a horrible investment.
What a horrible thing.
And it makes sense because she was also fucking terrible at the stock market. She bought GameStop when it was at $300 and sold it when it was at $222.
Oof.
She was fucking literally hustling backwards.
Yeah. But one thing she was really good at was making you into a man.
Yeah, she had good talent ID, just not the fucking foresight to see it through.
Yeah. But listen. Sorry, so you win some, you lose some. I lost a lot.
Yeah,
you
she's
know
like
what I mean.
the
I
Knicks.
made a lot of men that turned into better men.
Yeah.
And not for me.
Yeah, my ex is like the Knicks. She'll draft a good player, but she won't stay to see them become the superstars that they're going to be. She's going to fucking trade them or release them before they get there.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I'm like, give me a man.
Yeah.
Give me a man
With
that's
the
been
work done.
heartbroken.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Give me a man that's been heartbroken.
You need to have one.
Yeah, a guy has a self-aware man has had to have his heart broken. It's worth 7 years of therapy.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Facts. And for me, I don't think too much about Samantha's past. because I feel like what we have is so different.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like this is comparable to anything that I've felt
Yeah.
or experienced before. And like, while you have strong feelings and what you perceive to be love at the time with somebody else, I know it's not like what we have.
Yeah.
Like, this
I feel
is
the same way.
so different for me.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I'm like, I'm very secure and confident in that. And then, the same way you want somebody, a man, like to come assembled with all the things that make him a man, I got a freak bitch. Send my regards to all those Dominicans and probably Jamaicans. Do I want to know who they are specifically? No, because I'll die and cry if I ever see them. But shout out to the work they've done, because you're the best.
Thank you.
You're the best, and what a pleasure. What a pleasure I get to have.
Yeah.
And
Did you
I
say
hope
freak bitch or free bitch?
freak bitch.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were just complimenting my personality. When you
No,
just
no,
complimented me in the
your
sack.
sex prowess. Your personality needs a little bit of work, if I'm honest. I'm actually doing a lot of the fucking heavy lifting in that area. But in that sack,
Oh my God.
get out of here, cuz. You're so good.
Oh my God. Ridiculous. But I love that this girl was like, not sexually. And you're like, no, sexually.
Sexually? No,
Yeah.
it makes me like, I don't want to. So for me, in terms of past, I'm never insecure about
Yeah.
your past specifically, because it's me and you. Any past of anybody that I've ever been with, I don't like to be face to face with it
Yeah.
directly. Like, I know you've had exes. I don't want to meet them and have
Yeah.
to talk to them all the time. Like, I can pass them, but like, I don't want to have to be social with
Yeah.
anybody that you've been intimate with. I will, but I won't like it.
Yeah.
But it's we're all people, man. We're people. We've had lives. We've had past, and those past and experiences made you have had a hand in making you what I love.
Yeah.
So I try not to act like they've never happened. That's why I feel like we have plenty of conversations about our past in our life where I'll ask a question that might be too much.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you'll be like, do you really want to know about this? And I'm doing that because I'm trying to, like, I don't want to act like I'm only taking part of you.
Yeah.
I want all of you, and that includes every story that you've been through and every experience that you've had. And while it might be uncomfortable for me to hear, I don't want to act like it never happened, because it's part of you, and
Yeah.
I love every part of you.
Oh, that was very sweet.
It's true. It's true. And you're just such a, you bust that thing open.
Oh my God.
It's so good. It's so good.
Jesus, babe.
What? If that's uncomfortable for everybody to hear, so be it.
Yeah, just yesterday, my dad asked me when the podcast comes out. I'm like, you can't listen.
Raise the great daughter. And not even just like as a person. Raise the great daughter, and then the streets raised her as a great freak. That's pretty good.
Yeah. But
I love that.
Yeah, but I feel this girl, I guess, a little bit, because
Oh,
I could understand just being like, I guess I've felt that when I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
Because like my first boyfriend I ever had, he had a girlfriend before me.
Yeah.
So like he would say things to me and I'd be like, oh, and they're like,
You've said this before.
what? You know what I
good.
mean?
That's
but now
awesome.
I'm like, no. It's very necessary at my big age, or anybody in their 30s,
Yeah,
to
man.
be with a man who a woman has cooked.
Yeah. Somebody's had to have cooked there.
Someone has had to have cooked there.
Yeah.
Because there's just, what am I getting?
Yeah.
A man whose mother raised him?
No way she did a good job.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. No, men have to be raised by women that they date, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hopefully not going forward.
Yeah.
But the men in this age group, in this dating pool and above,
Yeah.
they just you had to unfortunately put some women through it.
Yeah.
It's the only way
Yes.
that you learn
Yes.
to be a better man.
If you are a man who has never been in a relationship before, your first girlfriend should have to sign a waiver that she understands that she's doing the work for somebody else. Because there's no way. That's like the same way, like, girls are one way before they get fucking absolutely played and fuckboyed.
Yeah.
That fuckboy is doing a service, and this queen is doing a service.
Yeah.
It sucks that the queen is doing more work and it's more meaningful work, but that fuckboy is also when like, if you think Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez wasn't busted down by a Bronx fucking savage before she got with this ginger white boy
Yeah.
that she married, you're sorely
have to.
mistaken.
You have to.
And that guy, he had an important role because his part in her life made her appreciate whatever this guy brings.
whatever this
and
guy
that's
brings,
important.
it's 100%. You gotta have it. You have to.
You gotta get damaged.
Yeah.
You gotta get damaged, and you gotta get learned.
100%.
get schooled.
Yeah. Just, it's like, okay, yeah. It's almost music to my ears when a guy's like, yeah, this girl, she left me because I wasn't doing the little things.
Perfect.
I wasn't taking her out on dates. Like, okay, so you're aware
Yeah.
that you need to do those
Yeah.
things.
You're closer now than you've ever been.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so now you know that you have to do those things.
Now I must pounce.
Now come here. Come here and take me on a date.
Yeah,
You
that's what it is.
understand?
Take me on a date and pay for it.
Yeah, you understand?
So yeah, in terms of I don't get mad when I think about the thing that like would if the thing that's why like infidelity is so hard to me because I know you now and I didn't know you before.
Yeah.
So how am I gonna get mad at a person I didn't know?
Yeah.
I can't think of like that whatever you shared wasn't who you are now.
Yeah.
But like if like infidelity, God forbid,
That's-
like
yeah.
that would I couldn't get over it because it's like, oh, the person I know and love now is doing the things that their current version that would drive me nuts.
That would drive, because it's like, oh my God, I know, or do I know you?
Yeah.
You know, then you just.
So forgive your man. Forgive your man. Forgive his past. Go to therapy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're a little crazy. You're a little crazy kid.
Forgive your man.
Forgive your man. He hasn't done anything. He's literally done nothing.
Yeah. Oh, this guy.
Yeah. Forgive your man. He's done nothing.
I love my man.
But once I heard the but, I'm like, oh, this broad is nuts.
Yeah. Then she was like, I hate that he did stuff for other hoes.
Bitch, get over it. Get over it and actually send them a thank you card because they helped. They helped.
Yeah.
All right. That was a lot of fun. Honestly, we've been going pretty long. You want to do one more? Or you want to cut it here?
We can do one more.
Let's do one more.
Why
We're getting long. We're
not?
getting
Who gives
crazy.
a
We're having
shit?
fun, man. Thank you guys so
But then
much
I gotta
for
eat. I'm
listening.
fucking starving.
Oh yeah, we do.
Okay, that was one.
Last one.
Okay, this one we got. Is it okay for your partner to get meal prep from another woman? To get meal, okay, especially if he has to go to her house every Sunday night to pick it up.
My favorite thing about this submission is that for the first 12 words, they were like, I'm going to be truly anonymous and truly non-gender biased. And they were so mad by the 14th word that they were like, is it okay for your partner to pick up food from another bitch when he has got to go and pay for it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. So, I don't know. What do you think?
No, the answer is absolutely no.
Absolutely no.
I guess it depends if this woman has like a meal prepping business.
Yeah.
Like if this is just not a random woman who's just making your man
We have
food,
to know what the connection to this woman
because
is.
there's no way.
Do they carpool on the way to work?
Yeah, like what's the deal? What's the deal with this?
Yeah.
Why is he picking it up from her house? I mean, he's fucking her.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, babe, I'm gonna go get my meal prep.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get my meal prep, and her meal's already been prepped.
Yeah.
It's shaved and waxed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You can't.
I gotta go over there and bring over the meat.
Yeah. That's the only thing she's missing is a little bit of protein.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna be doing any chores because I'm hitting it right. But no. Yeah. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know. I think. Yeah. That's weird.
No. You. I would rather you starve
Yeah.
to death
Yeah.
than another woman cooking you food.
Yeah, you need getting food from another woman. Yeah, that's a little, or another person. Yeah, that's weird. How would you feel if somebody like, if we were out at a bar and somebody like bought me a drink? Is that like the same thing?
A woman buying you a drink?
Yeah, a woman buying me a drink.
No, I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I don't like that at all because that's now it's like, all right, bitch.
Yeah.
Not this one. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, what if she didn't know you existed? Like, what if she didn't know that we were together? But she was just like, yo, I bought you this drink because I want to talk to you. You would hate that.
Yeah, I would hate that.
So would I not be allowed to drink that drink? I'm just asking. This has never happened, and I'm not confused. But
are you now?
What do you think?
Now, are you going to grab this drink and be like, "Thank you," and walk away, or are you gonna,
absolutely.
now you're going to be in a conversation
No,
with this hoe?
grab the drink, walk away.
Okay, you can take it. It's
Yeah?
free. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Because I feel the same way. Like if a guy comes up to you to buy you a drink, like I feel like I'm not your boyfriend. I'm your gay best friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bitch, what are we drinking?
Yeah.
Make sure there's tequila in it, and put a little pineapple.
Yes, make it spicy for my friend.
Spicy. Where's the tighten around the realm? He's cute. What's your name?
Do you have a friend for my friend?
Do you have a friend for my friend?
And then we just start making out in front of them after the drink is over. We're like, actually?
Yeah, we're different kind of best friends.
Literally. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like meal prep is way more intimate than a drink.
Because you got to go to their home and pick it up.
Yeah, and it's
why
also,
can't you just get it shipped to
like,
yourself?
I made you what you liked, but why do you know what my man likes?
Yeah, that's
absolutely not.
Yeah, that's
and then
an
it's also if
interesting
they
one.
are working. I don't know why I assume they're working together.
Because it's
make
hard
that
to.
up?
No, yeah, I said in theory, like
Yeah, but it feels like why would you? How else do you know this hoe?
Yeah, what's the connection? What's the relation?
Yeah, unless she has a business, that's different. I know people who have done like cooking services for people, and that's different.
Imagine she does a meal prep business, and this girl is just like, "Is it okay for your man to support women-owned businesses that are not yours?"
That's different. If she's just like, this woman has a business my man supports. You know, that's like, yeah.
I wouldn't let him pay no meal preppers. I wouldn't let him pay no strippers. You not paying no bitch. That's mine.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? Either way.
Yeah.
You not
one's
eating.
straightening his balls and one's filling his stomach. I don't like it either way.
Either way, you're not eating.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Not into it.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. That's
Also, it's like, babe, maybe get off your ass, stop writing us a submission again to kitchen cook for your man.
like you should be.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, but no, that's super weird. Unless it's a business. But if it's a random ass woman that's like, oh babe, I'm already meal prepping myself. I could just meal prep for you.
Yeah. Your man shouldn't
absolutely not.
Your man should not be getting any food from anywhere else.
Ever.
Nothing that your man eats should be coming from another woman
Yeah.
but you. Not fucking meatloaf, not potatoes, and not pussy.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Just life.
But yeah, that was I think our last one.
That's our last one. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That's going to do it for episode 31 of Soft Launch. Thank y'all so much for listening. We love doing this.
We love
and
it.
remember, patreon.com/soft launch. Live now. $5 a month gets you unedited episodes, bonus content, and honestly, whatever you request, because it's probably just going to be us in there. And we're just going to be...
and anything you guys gonna want to see except for a sex tape, let's go with the right price.
Yeah.
We'll post.
We're like DJs at a bar mitzvah. We're taking requests. All right. So go sign up for that Patreon. Patreon.com/soft launch. I've been JC Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
And come to our Soft Launch live show
February 10th.
Valentine's Day edition. Link in bio. We love y'all.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.